Hello, my name's Bill Berger, author of 5 Years, 1 Kata. Welcome to the Kata Study Podcast. I'm going to be talking about visualisation. Now, I believe that visualisation is the most important skill you have to master in order to be able to practice your kata successfully. Kata is solo practice with visualisation using a mnemonic sequence. So if you're going to get the most out of it, you have to visualise the opponent properly. Now, a lot of books on visualisation will tell you to find a quiet place, relax, close your eyes and use your imagination. Well, yes, you have to use your imagination, but in a karate context, in a kata context specifically, when you're imagining your opponent, you have to be up and moving, you have to be doing the things that you would normally do to combat that opponent. The visualization part is seeing and feeling how it feels when your opponent attacks and what you do with them. So it's really important that you get those skills into your head. The other thing you have to imagine as well is your emotional response. How are you going to feel when these things happen? Once you put all of those things together, then you can create scenarios in your head that you can practice effectively that really make for a useful training session. One of the key things that you need to learn is how to view a scene from different vantage points. You're currently watching from a third-party point of view. You're looking at me. I'm going to be doing the techniques. I'm going to have an opponent, an imagined opponent, and the imagined opponent's point of view is the second party point of view. So the opponent is standing to this side of me. He's standing here, and he's going to just step in and push me on the chest. When he does that, I'm going to be receiving that push, and how's that going to feel? How's it going to look as the hand extends towards me? Where's his head? Where's his other arm? His left arm in this case, he's pushing with his right arm. And where is his feet going? What's happening there? How's that going to feel? How's that going to affect me if it actually pushes me? What am I going to do to combat that? Now when the person actually pushes here, he's going to step forwards maybe. If he's successful with the push, maybe he's just going to get to this position here with his leg back. But he's in this position here, maybe this other hand is up and he's pushing at me here. What am I going to do to defend against that? Well, I'm going to brush that arm aside, I'm going to move to the outside of the push, and I'm just going to parry here as well. So I'm just getting my hands up and in the way, so that I'm pushing it to one side. My hand here is at his wrist as his weight comes through. This hand is just above the elbow, and I'm going to push the arm down, and I'm going to strike with my palm heel across his chin. So he's here. He's pushing in, he's pushing past me as I move out of the way and push the arm across this way. My top hand is on the top of his arm here, and it exposes his chin here as I strike across it. So it's going to move his body this way, here. So I'm doing a very, very simple scenario here. There's nothing extra around it. I'm just imagining the opponent. I'm not imagining any background, I'm not imagining further opponents, just this one person doing this one very simple thing. As time goes on and we get better at visualization, you have to start putting in a backdrop, you have to start putting in multiple opponents, and you have to start putting in much more dynamic movements, so the opponent's doing different things continually. So in this scenario, for example, he may push, but as he misses, what's he going to do? Maybe he's going to grab me as he off balances, maybe he's going to stumble down this way and cover up. All sorts of things could happen, but you have to be able to picture those from the right point of view. So when I'm standing here looking at the opponent, what do I see? What happens when that hand comes towards me? What do I feel? How much resistance is there in that arm? How much variability do I need to put into the opponent? So is he bigger than me? Is he shorter than me? Is he stockier? Is he thin? Has he got strong arms that resist against the sideways push, or does it go easily? We'll have to put all of those variables in and practice in different ways so that we do different things and we can feel the different things that are happening. Once we've been able to do that, then we can have quite varied training practices, and we can start to move from one move in the kata to the next. So in this example, I'm just choosing to practice a single technique in the kata. It's just this brush aside and striking in across the chin of the person here. But as I do that, I hit him and he doesn't move too much, then I can move to another technique in the kata, maybe pulling on the top of his head and pushing on his hips here. So he's come to this position, hit him here, and then he's getting this movement, pushing backwards. So you can see that off-balancing position. Maybe he'll only go that far. Sometimes you can push them down to the ground if they're enough off balance, but maybe he starts pushing back and his head's moving back this way. What else can I do that's in range to hit him next? So his head's come to here, he started to go back, hit him on the back of the neck, and then maybe use my knee to take him off balance here. So he's pushed initially, I've moved his head to here by hitting him, I've pulled him this way, he started moving this way, I've hit him on the back of the neck, and then maybe I've hit his knee here, and he's gone to this position here. Okay, then maybe I'm close enough for an extra elbow here, or I can grab him around the head, pull him in, and use my knees. So you can see there's a whole lot of variety can happen there, and you have to be able to construct the next move in the sequence quickly and ideally as realistically as possible. Now in that sequence I've imagined what I think is a fairly compliant opponent. They've gone through, although it's happened quite quickly, I've hit him here and I've maybe gone into a different technique. It's all happening quickly, but actually he's not really fighting back very much at this stage. And that's okay to start off with your visualizations, but sometimes you've got to start building that up a bit more, and he's got to fight back a lot more. So this has been a very brief introduction to some visualization. I hope it's given you some ideas. What I'll do in future podcasts is expand a little bit more on those areas and how to flow from one technique to the next. What I need you to do in the meantime is to go away and practice this visualization. Now what I'd recommend is that you get an opponent and you memorise a movement and do it slowly so you can see all of the nuances of how they move. And once you've done that and you've committed it to memory, then you've got to recreate it in your mind as you practice. So you see the opponent moving, you know where the arm is, you know where the head is, you know where the body is, you know where the legs are. And you can see that in your mind, and it's clear enough that should you then practice that same technique with an opponent, the differences between what you imagined and what you actually did are very, very small indeed. So in other words, it's good value, good quality practice that you've been doing. If you'd like to get in contact with me, you can do so on the forum at www.billberger.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching.